This episode of The Marketing Show is brought to you by Quest, New Zealand's most respected digital marketing agency, where marketing is made easy.
Welcome to The Marketing Show, a show specifically dedicated to helping marketers learn and succeed. In this episode, you'll meet Jason Gordon of Zerolight Photography. He's got a really interesting story to tell. So let's get started. Jason, thanks so much for being with us on The Marketing Show. We really appreciate your time. I know you've just come back from a shoot in Wellington.
Pretty full weekend that was.
So can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in the first place in photography?
Well, it was sort of almost by accident, really. My mum was getting into photography and thought I'd jump in with a bit of Photoshop experience, and kind of went from there, really.
So you've got skill with photography, obviously, but also that post-production piece that most people don't really understand what happens there. So tell us a little bit about that. Once the photography's captured, what's the process from there?
Depends on how far you want to go, really. I mean, my style's pretty stylized. I mean, you can do as little as just output to internet if you want to, but I tend to do a little more than that.
So that leads us, I guess, really into Zerolight Photography and the studio and everything you've set up over the last few years. So what would be your specialist area, would you say?
The main thing I do is cars and commercial things, like products and so on. I mean, the reason the studio is so big is to fit vehicles in it. I mean, I do tend to do quite, as I say, heavily stylized things, more glossy magazine sort of style. I do like a good natural looking shot, but it's more challenging to start something from scratch and build it up slowly with light, you know.
So the amount of time you spend actually doing the photography versus post-production would be very, very different, right?
Well, I mean, for most people, post-production's the smaller part of it, apart from perhaps the sorting of the photos and so forth. For me, it's almost half and half, maybe a little more sometimes in post, depending on the shoot. If it's just a quick sort of in and out kind of product shot type setup, I try and get it as locked down as possible and do as little work in post as I can. But for a lot of the more interesting shots, then yeah, you can spend a few hours on a single photo.
Now you mentioned cars. What sort of vehicles have you photographed and what sort of clients have you had?
Everything. So from dealers just